Welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have for you. Hear the progress on the new Senior and Activities Center right here in Shelby Township. The Shelby Township Business Awards are right around the corner. You have the opportunity to buy your tickets right now. We have all these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. In the coming months, residents can expect the brand new Shelby Township Activities Center, which will also include the Senior Center. This site will be on 21 Mile, which is the former home to the Boys and Girls Club. This new building will house offices and offer programming space. Right now, according to Parks, Recreation, and Maintenance Department Director Joe Youngblood, the building is getting all new lights and other improvements. And Youngblood is asking for resident input for the new space.
Stop by the Senior Center. We have an area where you can put in your input, some different programs, events, or ideas that you have, and we'll do our best to see what we can do with those ideas. Obviously, we can't guarantee we'll use them all, but our residents, our users who are our customers, we want to make them happy, and they have some great ideas, so we're looking for the input.
Right now, if everything goes as planned, the completion of the building is expected in July of this year. Get ready to celebrate business here in Shelby Township. The Business Awards will be on March 15th. It starts at 7:30 a.m. and it includes a breakfast. The ceremony recognizes contributions to the Shelby Township economy. The Sterling Heights Regional Chamber of Commerce is once again hosting this year's event. Residents are encouraged to attend the event, which will be held at Antolin Shelby. Supervisor Rick Stathakis will present an economic recap of 2018. Tickets are $25 for members of the Sterling Heights Regional Chamber of Commerce and $35 for non-members. To purchase your tickets, visit web.shrcci.com/events. The Shelby Township Police Department is looking for cadets. The department is now hiring more individuals to be a part of this program and gain skills as well as valuable experience towards a career in law enforcement. The program started last year and already several individuals have completed the training.
And when I look back 10, 15, 20 years down the road from now, I'll look at this cadet program that we put in place as probably the gem of my career. The cadet program we've gotten rid of a lot of the bureaucracy that takes for someone to get hired here. Okay, we're trying to institute people that know us and live in the area, through friends and family or relatives, or finding and identifying young people who be interested in law enforcement. Obviously, we have great resources with our academies and our relationships with the college and everything. But the bottom line is, we've established a place for young people to come in here and learn about law enforcement, get acclimated into the way we do business, and it's kind of like a mutual, we benefit each other. We need them and they need us, if that makes any sense. And what we found is anybody who gets in the door doesn't want to leave here. And I'm very proud of that.
Cadets are responsible for manning the front desk, report writing, assistance in training, fleet operations, booking, and fingerprinting. In order to apply for this program, you must be a United States citizen and at least 21 years old. You must be working towards or have a minimum of an associate's degree in criminal justice or a related field. This is a part-time assignment with a maximum of 29 hours per week. The cadet program pays $15 an hour. If you are interested in applying, visit shelbytwp.applicantpro.com. Still ahead on Shelby this week, the Eisenhower High School dance team are champions once again. Local Girl Scout troops were given the opportunity to learn about engineering.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack Hanna. Since I was a boy, I've been fascinated with animals, especially their tireless work ethic. Just look at birds who gather supplies to build nests, or penguins who travel up to 500 miles to secure food for their families. This work ethic is shared by our best friends, canines who perform life-saving work every day. Dogs comfort returning veterans. They work with diabetics, alerting them when there's a change in their blood chemistry. Working dogs are valuable in many ways. So please join me and American Humane in supporting our heroic working dogs. Go to AmericanHumane.org to learn more.
The Eisenhower High School dance team brought home 2 championship trophies and overall 1 big in Florida. This marked the 3rd year in a row the Eisenhower team earned back-to-back titles at the National Dance Competition. The varsity team won 1st place in both medium jazz and hip-hop. Here is a video from one parent who attended the competition.
Just fade away. Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood.
Along with the varsity team, Eisenhower JV and junior high teams went into nationals undefeated. The Eaglettes took home a national championship in pom and 2nd place in jazz. The JV team brought home 2 silver medals in jazz and pom. The Eisenhower dance team is very competitive and only the best dancers are accepted each year. The team's motto this year is 65 strong, which is the exact number of dancers on all 3 Ike teams. Congratulations to these winners. Girl Scouts celebrated Engineering Week with a look into the field. With 70 girls on site, this event embraced what women can do in the world of engineering. Here's Kyle Warzabach with more.
Building girls of courage, confidence, and character. That's the motto of the Girl Scouts of America. And to build these traits, many girls throughout Southeast Michigan learned what it takes to become an engineer.
Well, we feel like the field is really underrepresented for girls, and we want to start early and let the girls know that they can do anything that they want to do.
Women engineers were present to teach the girls basic engineering concepts, as well as inspiring them into becoming engineers themselves.
That is so valuable to have role models, so they can actually see that this is something I can do. And the role model engineers, they're encouraging them and explaining to them that this is a great field to go into and really being positive with them, making an impact on them for life.
Emily, a local Girl Scout, is in 6th grade, and she already has interest in being an engineer.
Yeah, it sounds pretty fun, like engineering all this stuff. Like you can engineer like pretty cool roller coasters and new software and stuff.
And in case you didn't know how a roller coaster worked, Emily will explain it for you.
Well, I've learned that about potential and kinetic energy and how on a roller coaster that it's always switching between potential and the kinetic energy.
In the most recent study by the Society of Women Engineers, Michigan was the #3 state in the nation for number of engineers with percent that are women.
I think it's getting better, but I think it still have a long way to go. And that's why we feel like we want to encourage the girls that this is a field that they can go in and they can do and they can be successful just like the men.
The whole engineering field that back in the day was kind of like all men stuff, and like women can do engineering too.
Sounds like Emily has the courage, confidence, and character to be a successful engineer. For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzabach.
A local theater production brings mystery to the stage. Wait Until Dark opens next week at Avon Players, and this is your chance to check out the cast during their rehearsals.
Wait Until Dark is a suspenseful thriller. It is based on a play written by Frederick Knott. It was also made into a film the year after the play was produced. And it's about a Greenwich Village woman who is blind, and she falls victim to 3 con men who are trying to find a doll filled with heroin that's been hidden in her apartment. And these 3 men work together in various ways to try to suss out where the doll is hidden, because they think that she is hiding it from them. And through various tricks that they play, it's eventually uncovered where the doll is located.
While there is no singing or dancing, there are still challenges, especially for Marie Birchie, who is playing the blind woman.
The biggest challenge is not to overdo it, to play it realistically. Because I kind of really want the audience to forget about her being blind, like, I don't think that's her defining characteristic in this production. I think there's so many other qualities that, I mean, are more important and more wonderful about her than just being blind.
While this is not a professional theater, the people involved are still working hard to put on the best production possible.
It feels like it's a professional theater. People take everything very seriously. They work really hard. They push themselves as actors, as directors, as costumers, as hair and makeup, and it just turns into like this amazing production that, I mean, it's addicting because you feel like this is real. Like, the thing that you want to do the most is like actually happening.
This play first premiered on Broadway in 1966, and yet the message can still be applied today to modern audiences.
You have to be on your guard these days. You have to, you know, there's a lot of dangers in the world, and we see what Susie has to deal with these con men who are invading her home trying to figure this out. So it's about reading intentions and trying to just maintain your guard. And it's also about identifying different motives that folks have. You know, what motivates them to do what they're doing. So it's a good character study.
To purchase tickets for the production of Wait Until Dark, visit avonplayers.org. Coming up next, a new dry cleaning service opened their doors with a ribbon cutting. And Turning Point will once again be stepping out with the stars for this annual dance event. We have these stories coming up next on Shelby This Week.
It's time we all thought differently about homeless veterans, understanding who they are and how easily each of us can help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, contact the nearest VA Medical Center for support.
A new dry cleaning service is now open in Shelby Township. Tide Dry Cleaners opened their location on 26 Mile and Van Dyke. This is the second store opening in Michigan. They have 126 stores in total across the country. With this new opening, Supervisor Rick Stathakis said there are over 100 new business along Van Dyke. Another retail store is saying goodbye. Payless shoe stores across the country will officially shut all of its 2,100 stores. The shoe store plans to shut down its online store as well. In 2017, the store filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and closed just over 400 stores. It reorganized and cut millions of dollars in debt, but it wasn't enough to keep the company afloat. Liquidation sales have begun at some stores, and most of the stores will close in March, while a select few will stay open until May. Now in its fourth year, Turning Point is once again hosting Stepping Out with the Stars. The fundraiser event will be April 26th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Turning Point is Macomb County's only provider of shelter and services to victims of sexual assault and domestic abuse. Programs like these help raise money in order to help those who need it most in the community.
This is the marquee event for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So there's a whole variety of things that are happening during Sexual Assault Awareness Month. We've got different fundraisers, we've got different activities, we've got survivor-centric activities. So a bunch of different things, and then this is, like I said, the crown jewel, if you will. This is the big event for the year. It's the biggest event that we do during Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
The event will be at Wyndham Garden in Sterling Heights. All attendees will get dinner, dancing, DJ entertainment, and a premium open bar. Tickets are $100. If you can't make it out on April 26th, then you can come to the preview party on March 29th from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
The goal of that is we have our dancers who are going to be able to go on the dance floor with a smaller group. There may be 50, 60 people there, as opposed to up to 800 people at the actual event in April. And they go on the floor with their instructor and they do a little bit of their routine just so that they can get used to performing. Because a lot of these people have no dance experience. They have never performed. They might have done talks in front of hundreds of people, but they've never danced in front of a lot of people.
Group dance lessons will be offered, followed by 50-50 raffle and refreshments. The preview party is $15 per person. Tickets for both events can be purchased at Turning Point's website at turningpointmacomb.org. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you now with scenes from the latest event at the Shelby Township Library. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.